Hi, good morning. This is a long overdue video. Before Christmas, I was kindly sent a budget OBD tester or an enhanced code scanner, and due to various circumstances, this is the first chance I've had to look at it. I have put a call out on my Facebook and my Instagram looking for people if they got a fault on the car in my local area, because unbelievable as it may seem, none of my cars is showing the engine fault light or the mill. Nevertheless, I'm going to plug it into my Vauxhall swimming pool, otherwise known as the Tigra, and there is a fault with it, obviously, as you've seen. It's the roof and the boot, but I don't believe that this scanner is going to show it because my more expensive one didn't. But anyways, this is the start of the video, so let's have a look. Okay, this is called a YA201. It was sent to me by a gentleman from Kingbolen tools. It's advertised as a budget scanner. Okay, it's all falling out everywhere. This is the data lead, I believe. I haven't looked at this. Okay. The manufacturing name is EDIAG, and there will be a link below to the Amazon listing where you can get one of these. I believe it's £25 anyway. I'm going to plug it into this car down here. Like I say, the roof doesn't work and various other things, but I don't believe anything's going to show up, but let's have a look. Right, I've plugged it in. Can't see it very well, so let's take the screen protector off and have a look what's on it. For the life of me, I don't know what this is for. There's no instructions, but I can see it can plug in here. I don't know if you can power it up, because usually these machines, because I have a few, only work from the power from the engine. But anyway, let's have a look. What have we got? Diagnostics. Okay, I assume you press OK. So it's obviously looking. I mean, you're not going to get the features that you would from a much more expensive one, but it's supposed to be able to pick up things. Let's just see what it does say. It's not very fast also. Communication error. Turn on the ignition, so turn off the heater. Turn off the radio. Switch ignition on. I've done that. Let's try it again then. Okay. Like I say, the mill status is off. We know that, as I said. It's got arrows up and down and return. Does this one show anything at all? Let's try the first one. Read codes. I obviously don't expect there will be any. No codes. Okay. Go back to the previous menu. Pending codes, then let's try that. None. What else can it do? Freeze frame, vehicle information. Let's see what it says about this. Alright. VIN number. Okay, so it's detected the VIN number. And the ECU. I don't know what these all are, but just... Okay, apparently it's got an ECU Bosch, so it can read that. Right, whatever that was, it's not supported. Let's have a look at the O2 sensor. No. Okay, what else would it do? Let's have a look. So this is to specify what your car is. Let's see if it will come up with it. Lots of different makes. Will it have Vauxhall? Will we have to go to Opel? No, it's got Vauxhall. Ah, it's to look up trouble codes. Well, we haven't got one. Okay, so that folder there, if you've got a trouble code, you can look it up. Obviously, they're generic codes, but if you go to the Vauxhall section, because this is a Vauxhall, it'll tell you. Right, this is supposed to be battery. It's saying what exactly? 11.8 volts. Okay, if I press OK, will it do anything? No. Okay, so that's the battery level's okay anyway. And we've got settings. What do they do? Let's have a look. Oh, different languages. Don't know how many there are. Quite a few. And what about, oh, units. That's going to be metric or imperial. Yep. Data logging. On or off? Let's go for on. Okay. Self-test. Display test. It's just testing itself. Okay. I don't think I'll get much further. What I will do is I will set up a fault either on this car or my Mondeo, and we'll plug it in and try it again. Just out of interest, I've connected the tool, it's not connected to the car, to the USB to see what it does, and it says it's upgrading. Upgrading what exactly? I don't know. It's obviously going to take forever. It's been 40 odd seconds. I will leave it, and if it does anything, I will update. Right, I've plugged it into my computer at home because it didn't do anything in the car. I just said upgrading, and it's doing the same. There's not a lot in it, just those. So I don't actually know really what it's for. I'll say I'll put my shopping away, because I was at Tesco. I will leave it to run, but I don't actually think it's going to do anything. Okay, back in the Vauxhall, I've generated a code. Let's have a look. The sun. Right, we've got a fault code showing. I'm going to try this little EDIAG scanner. I've got it plugged in already, so let's see what it says. Right, it says the engine status is off, but I know there's a light on there. It must be a different one. Let's enter it. Right, read codes, erase codes, da da da. Let's read codes. Right. No stored codes. Is it classed as a pending code then? Ah. Generic. What happens if you decide it's generic? Exhaust gas recirculation control circuit. Okay. Let's do it again and choose Vauxhall. See if it says anything else. Right, selecting Vauxhall. Exhaust gas recirculation control circuit. This is one of two. Exhaust gas recirculation EGR valve position sensor malfunction. Okay, well, what I've done, and basically I've unplugged it. I'll go and get my other diagnostics, my more expensive one, and see what that shows. Okay, this is my more expensive Hotel Maxi Check. Let's see what it comes up with. Let's do the basic OBD. You can see it's a lot faster. Right, now it's come in, it's saying the same as the cheaper, the tool, the EDIAG. It's saying there is no faults, or no status lights, no codes. Right, let's read the codes. We know it's a pending one. Manufacturer specific codes are found. So, I'm not sure if this has got Vauxhall on it or not. Otherwise it would be Opel. Let's go to Opel. Right. Tells you what the code is. Exhaust gas recirculation control circuit, EGR valve position sensor malfunction. So very similar to the other one. Let's go and I'll show you what the fault is. Basically, I unplugged the EGR. I'll turn it off, I think, first. Take no chances. Plug it back in. That's back in. So the light should have gone. No, because it needs clearing, but let's clear it with the other tool. Okay, I've plugged in the EDIAG. Now, how do we do a reset? Read the code. Let's make sure it's still there. Oh, it's gone. Anyway, if you want to erase the code, you would go to there. Do you want to clear all the codes? No. We have to turn off the engine. Leave the key on. No response received from the module. Probably because I've plugged it back in. Right, I've decided to check its live data to see what it can see. Just see what information it gives, really. All data streams. Have a look. Hold OK for 2 seconds. Not supported. It's disappointing. Can't do it with this car. It's 2009. What else is there? Freeze frame. Nothing. Vehicle information. Turn key on with the engine off. Hold on. Okay. Not supported. Not supported. Mode 6, whatever that is. Not supported. O2 sensor. Please wait. Doing nothing. Maybe it has to be running for that. Let's try it again. No. Doesn't want to tell me anything. Communication error. So it's thrown a wobbler. Check it out. It is, because it won't be lit up. It's not now. Hold on. Okay. Try it again. Right. Saying everything's fine. Ah. It's not. Monitor's okay. 6. It doesn't say what they are. No, I'm trying to look at the O2 sensor. I don't know which one it is. It's not that one. Maybe it's that one. Doesn't support any of them. What about vehicle information? Key is on and the engine is off, so it's not doing that either. Stored codes there are none, we know. Pending there ought to be. Yes. O2 sensor, heater circuit, bank 1, sensor 1. Because I've unplugged the O2 sensor. But I don't think it's showing anything on the engine. No, there's no trouble code showing. Ah, it's just come up. Okay. So now we should be able to see it on here. If I go to read codes. Before it was a future one. O2 sensor, heater circuit, bank 1, sensor 1. Okay, and we'll try it again with the other one, see what that says. So try and remember that. O2 sensor, heater circuit, bank. Right, I've got the other one plugged in again. Okay. You can see it's got a lot more functions. I don't want oil reset. OBD2. Come on. I found with this Vauxhall, especially with I told you it's got a roof fault and everything else, you need a special tool to read these. You'll never read these either with this one or the other one. Right, it says mill status is on, right, which is a fault. So if we press OK, let's read the code. O2 sensor, heater circuit, bank 1, sensor 1. And it's got the code number, it's a P0135. I don't think the other one said that. But anyway, they're basically This £25 tool has told me the same as this, except for this is telling me the code. So I can't remember if this one told me a code or not. Let me try it again. Starting up. Okay, it knows the engine light is on. Read the code. No, it doesn't tell me what the code is. Oh, it does. Sorry, it does, in the red at the top. P0135. Okay. Basically, there's the O2 sensor. And I just unplugged it, so I'm going to plug it back in. Okay, it's plugged back in. Now I don't know if it needs a reset or not. So we'll find out. So turn the engine on, well, the key on. We'll see if the fault's going to stay. Start it up. Okay, it's still there. So now we can try our reset on this tool. So just backspace it using the backspace. Now it says erase codes because we fixed it. Do you want to clear it? Yep. It says turn it off. No responses. Hang on, let me turn off the engine. Let's try it again. Okay, no responses. I'm assuming that means it's reset. Let's see. Right, lights on at the moment. No, it hasn't gone away. Strange. Apparently it can't talk to it, which is bad. Let me try plugging the maxi check in. Okay, I'm plugged in with the maxi check now. This car. Right, let's have a look again. Thinking about buying a much more expensive one of the new touchscreen jobs, because I'm always doing things to cars. It's probably a good idea. Not cost effective for most people though, because they're like £500–600 for a cheaper one. Right, here we are. It knows that the mill status is on, so press this. Okay, I'm going to read it. And it's there, right? Remember? P0135, O2 sensor. So let's see if we can erase it. Are you sure? Yep. Okay, it says it's done, so let's have a look. It's gone. So, the EDIAG, or EDIAG, it did detect and read the code, but it wouldn't clear it. Obviously, much more expensive. And we know, we've proven that we've cleared the fault because I just unplugged it. So I unplugged it and plugged it back in. So you can read it with this, in this Vauxhall anyway. You can read it with this, and then you can fix it, but it didn't want to clear it. And also a lot of the other access things in here, it said it wasn't supported. So obviously I don't have a million cars to try it with. I might have a go with my Mondeo, put something on that and see where we go with that. Right, it's my dear old Mondeo. Let's generate a fault on this. There's nothing shown at the moment, but let's generate something. Okay, I've unplugged the mass air meter, so we'll see if a fault light comes on. I believe it will, and go from there. Okay, at the moment it hasn't come up with a fault, but let's start it up and see. Nothing yet. Give it a little while. Okay, so I've plugged the... Right, the engine light's on. Doesn't want to start because we know what it is. Okay. That's because the door's open and the handbrake. But we've got the engine check light on. Okay, so plug the little machine in, the little EDIAG. And we know it's the mass air meter because I've showed it to you, so let's see what happens. Glare. Okay. Engine fault light on, we know. Yep. Read the code. Right. Intake air sensor. Sensor 1, circuit high. And it's got a code P0113. Now it's not easy to understand what that means, but intake air. It's all connected to the air intake, which is mass air meter is the airflow reader. So let me see, we'll plug the other one in and see if it tells us any more. One moment. Right, I've got my auto connected. It knows the engine check light's on as well. So say, okay, read the code. Intake air temperature sensor 1, circuit high, P0113. So they tell you basically the same thing. If I plug that back in, I don't know if it goes away or it needs a reset. Hopefully it needs a reset, and we will try, I know the Autel will do it, we will try it with the EDIAC because it didn't do it with the Vauxhall. Okay, give us a minute to plug it back in. Right, we'll just see if the light goes away or not. It hasn't. Try again. No, it's still there, so it needs a reset. Good. So we'll unplug the Autel and plug the other one in. Right. Fault light's still there. Plug the EDIAG in. EDIAG. Let's see if it will reset. Remember, it wouldn't in the Vauxhall. Okay, we've got the circuit on. And I'll look at it again just for the sake of it. There it is. P0113. Backspace. Backspace again. Go to erase codes. As you can see. Press enter. Do you want to clear? Engine is off and the key is on, yes. It says it has been cleared. Should go away. And it has. Only light that's on is the handbrake. Let's try it again. Make sure it really has gone. I don't like why it's sat there. Okay, so it's gone. It seemed to stay for a while on the dash, and I don't think that's right. So now it says it's clear. Let's go back to looking at any code, see if it really has. Stored code. None. Pending code. None. Okay. I think that light should go off. When you turn the key on, when it does its checks, it should go off. It doesn't. It's still there, look. Goes off when you start the key, so I'm going to plug the Autel in and do the same thing again. Right, I've got the Autel plugged in and the key is on, but the engine's not running, and you see that light is still on. It's saying there's nothing wrong. So let's do an erase. It's done. But the light is still on there. Strange. Pending codes. None. Stored codes. None. Maybe it does stay on, I don't know. I've never noticed before. I thought all the lights went off. When it goes off immediately, it's not on, obviously there's no trouble. So, I think that's a pretty good test. This little machine, £25, it does the same except for resetting the Vauxhall. Why I didn't do that, I don't know. The Autel has no problem doing any of them, but again, it's like a few £100, so you'd expect it to be better. But if your engine light comes on, I'm quite confident that this will show you what it is. We're not sure if it will reset it. Obviously, both of these, they won't reset the fault if you haven't actually cleared it. And in both cases I showed you, I just unplugged things because I don't have an actual fault. At least you would be able to see it, and you would be able to go through it and try and solve the problem, even if you had to have someone reset it. But I think it's a Vauxhall thing or General Motors thing, because like I say, with the roof, there's a special diagnostics for Vauxhall. So it's possibly to do with that. The Ford, obviously a lot more common. You saw it cleared it. Well, I think it was clear already. It was cleared already from this one. I've used this hundreds and hundreds of times and it always clears. Once you fix the problem, it always clears. So basically, if you're on the market for a cheap little diagnostic, you don't do much work, you know, you don't work on them for a living, and you just want to know what your problem is before you go to a garage and see if they're going to rip you off, this might well be the thing for you. If you found this video helpful, think about subscribing, hit that like button because that's really good, and watch out for more videos coming up soon. Bye for now.